What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Today we're going to be talking about this new heavy burst shotgun from the Festival of the Lost with the Arcane Embrace. This thing has that search party origin trait, which we'll cover in a second, but arc burn heavy burst, so it fires two hard-hitting rounds at once with reduced flinch from incoming fire while aiming. So we're going to do a good little bit of damage with this bad boy, but that origin trait definitely more PvP based in my personal opinion, but we gain faster ADS and movement speed while ADSing while we're near no allies. So pretty mid in my personal opinion for most things that you're going into, besides maybe that crucible, like I said. Now for barrel, we're gonna go with small bore on this thing, 7-2 range, 7 in stability. Then for me, I'm going with range in our masterwork as well, because we're trying to juice this bad boy out for some range. If you're looking for that stability, go for it, but being able to stand back a little bit from that boss, whatever it may be, mini boss champion, to do that extra damage with this thing is disgusting. Now on the flip side, we do got that tactical mag in the second column, +2 to mag, +10 to reload, +5 to 2 stability. So we're gonna have that reload at 80 on this bad boy, stability is at 51, and then range is super juicy as well, stacking all the way up to 80. So very juicy little weapon here. Now third column got a couple different options. First one, 4 times the charm, landing those precision hits returns some to the magazine, so very good with this. Since we're shooting 2 at once, we're basically getting a full burst back. Very nice when you're juicing that damage, hot swapping, etc. on those bosses. Dual loader is if you think you're struggling on the reload speed, but at 80 it's really not that slow in my personal opinion, but it does help in some situations for a little bit more damage output. But I would still definitely go with 4 times the charm or our next option over this one. Threat detector is that last option, so we gain reload, stability, handling when enemies are in close proximity. So it definitely depends on the situation, boss wise, whatever you're doing damage with this thing to get threat detector to proc. But very good PvE perk and PvP perk in my personal opinion. Would definitely take, like I said, that 4 times the charm probably over everything, but this is definitely a good second choice. Now in the fourth column got 3 options as well. Precision instrument is definitely what I would go with that 4 times the charm as my 5 out of 5. This thing is pretty good with getting that precision damage going, stacking up to 25%. Very good for juicing damage on bosses, champions, like I was saying. Second option that you could pair with threat detector very well when those enemies are in close proximity. Both of them are going to get procced, but you're going to get that damage increase, of course. So very good little juice to that damage. But again, precision instrument probably what I would go with, since it's almost like a slug shotgun in my opinion. Now last one in my opinion is more for the ad clear side of things with the volt shot. Kind of fun to use it. You can get a good little burst of ad clear off of a champion, etc. by getting those defeats beforehand with that arc jolt. So a nice little addition for the ad clear side of thing, but nothing insane. It's like an in-between shotgun of a slug, almost like duality if you will, when it can change between both. But as a legendary version for me, I think I would probably give it like a 4.2. Seems almost better than average, but not quite like that A tier level. So very interesting B+ gun in my opinion for the PvE realm. All right, now for the crucible, don't got as many options as our perks, but it does feel pretty nice in my personal opinion. Wouldn't put it as something as crazy up there like the Matador or our Fellwinters, nothing like that, but still a very good weapon, probably in that same tier that I put it for PvP. But for the god roll, I would throw on that hammer forged rifling with a range masterwork, getting this thing all the way up into the 90s for that range with its hard hitting 2-round burst is pretty disgusting, and you can map guardians with this bad boy. Now for me, going with accurized rounds in that second column, of course, for +10 in range, like I said, stacking this bad boy out into the 90s for that range. Absolutely disgusting for mapping guardians. IMO, really 2 options in this third column. You do got lone wolf, but I like it on some of our other weapons a little bit wetter. But we got slide shot as probably my first and #1 choice right here, with that sliding refills the magazine, gives us stability as well as a little boost to range. So pretty disgusting little boost that we get for this weapon, especially since we're getting it all the way up to 100 on that range when we slide and get slide shot to proc. It is, like I said, dapping up guardians from a good country mile. Now your second option, which is a pretty good staple for PvP shotguns, is that threat detector, gives you reload handlings and stability when those enemies are in close proximity, so you can get this to proc in Crucible pretty easily, and it is disgusting with that 100 handling in my personal opinion. Swapping on and off of it super fast, definitely a good thing for the Crucible, but I do like Slide Shot a little bit more in my opinion though. Fourth column, we got this closing time. Not sure if it's the best option, but it's definitely a fun option. It's because you're only having a couple shots in that magazine anyways when you load in, so closing time gonna get procced pretty quickly, but you get that range accuracy handling, so I would throw this as probably my second option for our different perks, maybe my third. Surrounded, very good option, just like that good old threat detector. When we are in close proximity to those enemies, we're gonna get a bonus damage, so a good little bit of increase against those guardians, but since it's a shotgun, not a huge deal, more of something that is good on like an SMG. Now I think this would probably be my number one choice, is Swashbuckler with Slide Shot, maybe just because we can get melees pretty easy in the Crucible, get that damage to stack up to 33% pretty easily on it with those melees, then maybe get someone in their super, but like I said, shotgun, not anything too crazy for this fourth column, or with that little bit of extra damage boost, because most of the time it's one-shotting enemies anyways. So again, would probably give this a little bit lower in that like 4, maybe 3.9 realm out of 5 for the PvP realm. Definitely got better options, would put this at like a solid B, maybe a B- for that Crucible realm, but again, very fun, very good new little weapon that we got. The double burst is pretty disgusting inside of the PvE realm, so definitely get this to grinding out in the Festival of the Lost. Got ourselves a couple more to go over with the A Cosmic. We got ourselves Jurassic Green and Macabre coming out as well, so be on the lookout for those with this spooky season. So again, appreciate all you guys for coming back to the channel, coming and liking and subscribing, helps me out, helps out the channel. You guys will get those notifications if you slap that bell for God rolls as well as those builds. So again, appreciate all you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.